Every day, an estimated almost 6,000 Americans hear some of the worst news imaginable. You have cancer.
There is some good news. After Congress rejected proposed cuts of billions of dollars going toward cancer prevention and treatment, it's part of a funding bill that ended the partial government shutdown, including $7.4 billion for the National Cancer Institute, an increase of almost $130 million.
Well, that's a total reversal from what President Trump proposed. His plan would have cut almost $3 billion, impacting cancer patients across the country.
We always say that cancer is nonpartisan, and we really see that across the board.
Tennessee Representative Chuck Fleischman voted in favor. However, broad funding measure did not get overwhelming support because of the debate over funding for the Department of Homeland Security. 126,000 messages from cancer patients and survivors flooded the inboxes of members of Congress about just this issue.
One of those messages came from an Ooltewah woman who shared her story with Local 3 in August. Logan Dubel checked in with her after the good news and tells us about the next generation treatment she's now fighting for locally.
Today, Darlene Smith is a healthy mother and grandmother sharing a love for something universal, her family. But something else she thought everyone agreed on, funding to fight cancer, wasn't a guarantee.
You know, a lot of times we'll sit at home and we'll think, there's nothing I can do. I'd like to see this happen, but there's no use. Well, that's so wrong.
Wrong because Congress last week rejected cuts to programs like the one that gave her hope 20 years ago when diagnosed with HER2-positive breast cancer.
In my case, there was a drug that was just coming out of development. I was able to get it in clinical trial, and I'm still here today.
She and hundreds of others from across the country went to Washington as part of the American Cancer Society's Cancer Action Network.
I think the cancer community was really shocked and worried about what that would mean for patients across the United States, across Tennessee.
Shock is now strategy. A bill moving through the Tennessee legislature would require healthcare providers to cover biomarker testing, getting people the right treatment at the right time.
When I was diagnosed, everyone across the country that had the same type of cancer that I did got the same protocol. Well, I was able to receive Herceptin, which was particular to my type of cancer. That was the next generation. We're ready for the newest thing.
Smith says this helps avoid overtreatment and complications like she faces. As long as the fight to eradicate cancer continues, Smith says to keep the funding coming.
It's not just breast cancer. Pancreatic is on the rise. Lung cancer, there's in the Chattanooga area, there's so many people that have lung cancer. Yeah, we've spent a lot of money, but we're going to spend more because we're going to help more people.
More people, including the more than 2 million Americans expected to get a heartbreaking diagnosis this year.
I'm never going to stop until the day that the Lord takes me home.
In Ooltewah, Logan Dubel, Local 3 News.